Guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. In this video, we're going to talk about how to monetize your software as a service. Okay, so let's get into it. If you guys don't know, this is part of the Entrepreneur Developer course. If you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching this on the course, guys, check out the description below. Okay, there's going to be some links in there where you could actually save some money by taking this course. And this is actually a pretty damn cool course because it's all about the business side of creating software and also being able to create a business for yourself to be able to make some money on your own. Okay, so how to monetize your software as a service. Okay, first one that we have right here is single payments. So single payment is great for static applications. So let's say, for example, you create a web application, a software as a service, right? Some type of software, and that software you want to sell it off one time, meaning that it's done, it's created, and then now you could sell it to somebody. Okay, they could either license it and say, hey, I own it, I have this license for this and I could use this software. Or you could say something like this where you might want to charge every time that they use your application, one single payment. So let me give you guys a good example. Here we have this website called blasteronline.com, and what they do is they actually create thumbnails. Basically it's like a drag and drop application, and then from there it saves whatever you generate on your screen into a thumbnail and then saves it to a PNG. Okay, now they also provide you with the service of doing A and B testing for YouTube thumbnails. So once you create your thumbnails, you could test to see which one is the best one, right? Now what's cool about the service is that you only pay once. Okay, you only pay once for this service, all right, which is pretty damn cool. And they used to have it for $100. That's when I bought it. Now, you know, they're giving it at crackhead prices, $20. I don't know why. They're probably just trying to get those sales, man. But yeah, man. So this right here is one application that, you know, they're just created, right? And then from there, they say, hey, every time that you want to use it, you got unlimited access. You pay once, and that's it. It's like you bought the application, but again, it's a application on the web, right? Software as a service. Okay, now the pricing for this could be anything from $5 to $5,000 or even more, right? I put $5,000 because it's more realistic. But let's say, for example, you could go in and sell this application to a user and say, hey, you got one license, you could sell it for $20, $10, $50, $100, whatever you want to charge. Now you can also go in and say, hey, I'm going to sell it to a company where they might have 10 different computers, and then now you're actually selling 10 licenses to them, so they have access to unlimited users and unlimited amount of people who is going to use this application for that $5,000. Okay, so it all depends on how you want to do it. All right, and depending on your application. Now, like I said, also too, this is a static application, meaning that there's really not much of, like, you know, server usage, in the sense of, like, you're not gonna have a billion users at a time going back and forth trying to create thumbnails. Okay, so this is something where you can say, oh cool, we can build this, and if we go in and we sell it for $20, we know for sure there's not going to be 1 million users using this type of application. It's probably going to be maybe 1,000 people, and 1,000 people is not going to cost them anything to actually host that service for them. Okay, so in reality, it's not that bad. All right, now the next thing that we have right here is subscription payments. Now, subscription payments is something that it can be very profitable when it comes to software as a service. This is the #1 way that everybody goes. Now, a great example of this is Shopify.com. And if you go to Shopify.com, what exactly is Shopify? Shopify is just a website that basically hosts your websites that are for selling products online. Okay, it's an e-commerce website. They basically built all of the technology for the back end to be able to allow people to create their websites with ease without knowing how to code, and they could start selling products super easy, just drag and drop. That's it. Okay, that's what really Shopify is. And they basically have, like, you know, the payment system and the payment gateway and cart system and, you know, category system, collections, etc. They have all of that already created for you, where all you have to do is just go in, put in your information, put in your Stripe account, put in your information for your PayPal, and then from there put in your products. That's it, and you're selling products online. So again, going to the pricing models that they have, this is very similar to when you sign up for a cell phone company. Okay, so let's say, for example, and I'm gonna go in, just by the way, I'm gonna give you guys examples of things that you've seen in real life like that. You could actually go in and picture it for your software as a service that you're creating. Okay, so again, this is just like a cell phone bill from, like, let's say T-Mobile or Verizon, right? The basic, you get $29 a month. Okay, you want a little bit better, a little bit of more services, you got $79 a month. You want something that has all of the features and all of the extra bells and whistles from Shopify, then you got to pay $300 a month. Okay, so this is actually pretty damn cool. Okay, and at the same time, as you can see, this thing tells you, hey, with one retail store, this one sold 2+ retail stores. All right, so it's just as you add more features to it and you allow the user to have access to the extra features, you charge more. Now, since we are talking about subscription payments, I want to tell you guys about this acronyms right here, which are MRR and also ARR. So you're going to see this a lot. Okay, as you can see, shout out to John Youngfook, my boy, founder, Banner Bear HQ. He has a pretty cool application, right? But he's charging right now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's not that much, right? But he has a service where he creates, through APIs, creates images for your social media. Okay, so you could create social media images like this for super cheap. So he's starting at $49, then $99, and then $399. Okay, so it's actually pretty cheap for what he does. All right. Now again, he's actually making about $10,000 per month, and then annual rate is like about 101,000. Okay, so he's making some pretty cool money. Okay, you can't be mad at it. All right, so shout out to him. Definitely go follow him and tell him CodingPhase sent you. Okay, so let's continue with this, right? So you can do this either monthly, right, or you could do this yearly, or you could do this bi-weekly, you could do this weekly, you could do this daily. It depends on how you want to set it up. But to be honest with you, most people charge either monthly or yearly. Okay, and the reason why they charge monthly and yearly is because it doesn't make sense to be charging people on a daily basis or a weekly basis when somebody could come in and use your service once and then, you know, leave out of there. So let's say, for example, you have a service that is like Shopify, right? $29 per month. Okay, so let's say there's about, let's say 30 days, right? You say, okay, 30 days, or let's say 7 days, right? 1 week, to keep it simple. You say, I'm just gonna charge people per week. Okay, so if they come in per week, you might say, okay, $29, okay, divided by 4. Okay, so you're gonna get paid $7.25. Okay, somebody could come in, use your service once, and then once they use that service, they disappear, and all you made was just $7.25. It doesn't make sense for you to do it weekly or even bi-weekly. Charge, unless you're making like a lot of money or you're charging a lot of money, it wouldn't make sense for bi-weekly, daily, or even freaking weekly at all. I'm telling you guys ahead of time, stay away from that. Trust me, because people, what they will do is they will come in and use your service for a few days, use it for what they need it, and then disappear and never come back. Okay, but at least if you signed them up for a month, right, that's it, you got that whole month's worth. Okay, so you got your full $29. Now if you go in and you say, you know what, I'm gonna go in and you know, and charge them for the whole year, you could say, you know what, because you're signing up for a year, I'm going to give you some savings. So you shave off the top maybe a month or maybe 2 months to show them some love and say, hey man, if you commit to a year, we're going to give you all this extra months for free. Okay, or all this extra, you know, features for free. Okay, this is something similar to what I do here on CodingPhase, right? I'll share everything with you guys. This is nothing, you know, that's a secret, right? If you sign up for CodingPhase.com, you could come in and get one course, right? But it takes me so long to do one course. So I don't want you to just come in just for one course. I want you to take the whole bundle, take everything that's in there, okay? So you could actually learn everything that you need from CodingPhase.com. So it makes sense for me to continue creating more courses and more content and more features for you guys. If somebody was to just be like, hey, I just want to get one course and I was to sell it at $5 or $10 or $2.50 like Udemy, I wouldn't be able to create the amount of features and the amount of courses that I'm able to create here on CodingPhase.com. So when people do sign up for a year, right, it allows me to continue to build more features and more content for everybody that's here, okay? And it's the same thing as any other business, okay? You don't really make money, or you don't really make the bulk of your income from the first tier. You make the bulk of your income from the second and the third tiers, okay? That's where you're gonna be able to sustain your business. This first tier is really always going to be like a trial. This is just for people to get their fingers wet, you know, get their mouth wet for a second, okay? So they could feel like, okay, cool, I like the service and it was cool. I enjoyed it for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. But now let me commit myself to a whole year. And then that's when you take care of your customers and you say, you know what, thank you for signing up for a year. Shave off 2 months from the top, okay? That's what we do here at CodingPhase, and this is what everybody else does. It's business, okay? So then the next thing that we're gonna jump into is something like this, like ConvertKit, right? So ConvertKit does a mix of subscription with usage, okay? Now, usage, think of usage just like a light bill, okay? When you sign up for a company for them to provide you electricity, it could be Con Edison, or it could be whatever it is that they have in your local area, right? I'm from New York, so Con Edison is the main one over there. But let's say, for example, Con Edison comes in and they charge you automatically $25 just for providing you the service. They haven't even turned the lights on yet. Just for providing you the service, they charging you $25. And then from there, you have usage, okay? So to explain usage to you guys is, let's say as you have the lights on, that's taking like kilowatts and all of that, right? So it's using electricity. So then from there, from that $25 for them to provide you for that service, they start charging you 0.001 a kilowatt or whatever it might be. Okay, so it's the same thing that you can do with your software as a service. Okay, you can come in and do something like Amazon. Amazon goes in and provides everything for free. They're not charging you a sub charge. They're not charging you a, hey, we turned on the server charge. They are charging you per usage, meaning that when you sign up, and there might be some stuff that they might charge you extra here and there, but I'm just giving you guys an example, right? But they charging you per usage. If you have a server that's having 1 million people hitting it at one time, they're gonna charge you a lot of money. They're gonna charge you per usage of the amount of resources that it's taken for them to actually create that service for you. Okay, so same thing for ConvertKit. ConvertKit does the mixture of the combination that I was just telling you, which is we charge you per month, but then we're gonna charge you per usage. So let's say, for example, up to 1,000 users, you get $0. You don't gotta pay for anything. Okay. Now up to 1,000 users, you gotta pay $25 a month. Okay. Then up to 1,000 users, you gotta pay $50. But as we start going up, okay, 3,000 goes to 41. Okay, 5,000, 8,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. This is how much I'm paying right now around here per month, right? I got like 70 something thousand, users and emails and things like that on my email list. Okay, so it gets crazy, right? So as you start going up, you got to pay more, but it makes sense. You know why? Because for them to go in, let's say, for example, I decide to email all of my 78,000 subscribers, okay? When they email them, right, and they send out all those emails, 78,000 of them, I'm taking resources from their servers. Okay, so they gotta pay Amazon. Okay, they gotta pay Amazon, AWS. So AWS runs everything, guys. Behind the scenes, almost every single website on the web is run in some type of way through Amazon. Okay, so basically, you know, they gotta pay per usage too. So they gotta charge me and be able to make a profit. Okay, so let's say, for example, out of this $416, for them to make a profit, let's say they're probably paying $100 or $80 or $90 to AWS. And then from there, the rest is profit. And of course, it's not 100% profit because they got employees, they got all of this other stuff, right? So let's say after the employees and everything else, they only have like $200 or $180 left for, you know, what they could call profit. You get what I'm saying? So this is how they run their business. And it's a smart way to do it like this when you have applications that are going to be using a lot of resources. Okay. This is great for apps that are demanding a lot of resources. Okay. Keep that in mind. And the way how you should charge is 0.001 of usage. So like, let's say, I believe there's an app that also does this. Shopify app store. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. WhatsApp. Okay, so let's say, for example, Super Lemon. Shout out to the guys from Super Lemon. Okay, those are my boys right there. But they make about like $30,000-$40,000 a month. Okay, but look at this. This is how they charge. So they give you almost everything for free. Unlimited WhatsApp chats, unlimited WhatsApp numbers, greeting widgets. So all of this is free, okay? But where you pay $10 a month, but then they come in and say, okay, cool. You're going to get automated WhatsApp messages, abandoned cart recovery, order confirmation tracking, okay? But then from there, it starts at 0.02 per message, okay? So unlimited WhatsApp chats, unlimited WhatsApp numbers. What does that mean? That means that this application, when somebody signs up to buy a product on Shopify, like a customer, they can save the person's number. Okay. So within this service, they can save the number for you for free. They'll save the number there. You have their contact, you have their information for free. Okay. Now you can go in and say, you know what? Have some WhatsApp chats, meaning that you could chat with them through the website unlimited. Okay, so that's free. But where it costs you money is per message. Okay, how much does it cost to start sending messages to that phone? For example, somebody comes in, try to buy a product. They forgot to buy the product, but then now with this service, they're able to go in and say, you know what? Hey, by the way, hitting them through WhatsApp, by the way, you forgot to buy the product. Hey, by the way, I know you want to buy it because it's on your wish list. We're going to give you 25% off. You get what I'm saying? So now those little messages that they're sending, they're charging 2 cents, okay, per message. So if, let's say, for example, you have, I don't know, you have a website like Fashion Nova, fashionnova.com, which is, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of it, right? Fashion Nova, right? I'll show you guys right here. They got a couple of baddies, right? Shout out to Fashion Nova, right? Let me see. So in here, right, this is where all the baddies is at. This is where they buy the stuff. This is where the Instagram models usually be at, okay? Right here, they might get about, let's say, 100,000 unique visitors per day, okay? 100,000 unique visitors. So let's say from those 100,000 unique visitors, they come in and say, okay, 58,000 of them didn't buy. Okay. So that's 58,000, right? Times 0.02. Okay. That's $1,100 a day that they got to pay a service like, you know, the guys at Super Lemon. Okay. This is how you make money, guys. Okay. You got to use the things that's out there that everybody's using and provide them with a service. But you got to be smart and understand the business to be able to make money. And I mean, this is what we're talking about in this whole course. Okay, so you can understand how to use the skills that you have to be able to make your bread. Okay, but do it smartly, because this is how you're gonna be able to stack up. Because you going in and not charging, let's say for example, if Super Lemming went in and they said, you know what, we're gonna make this at $50 a month. Okay, they charging $50 a month, but a website like this, like Fashion Nova, that has hundreds of thousands and thousands of unique visitors per day, and they want to send out messages through WhatsApp to all of them, then now they got to get stuck with that bill from AWS. You get what I'm saying? Or even from WhatsApp. I don't know the API of WhatsApp, but I wouldn't be surprised they charge you for something, right? They charge you a 0.0001 to be able to use the API of WhatsApp. Okay, so think about it like this. They're creating the service that's using different APIs, but everybody got to get paid. WhatsApp got to get paid. Facebook got to get paid. It's just like any other service. It's just like the electricity. Okay, the guys that come in and fix the light poles got to get paid. The guys that build the trucks for the electric companies to go in and serve the different type of neighborhoods got to get paid. Everybody got to get paid, and you as the business owner got to go in and be smart and use the things that's there and calculate how can we be profitable. Okay, so this is what these guys are doing. Shout out to the guys at Super Lemon, man. I love those guys because they're hustlers, right? Guys from India that, you know, and here in the United States, what they're going to be doing, you're working at Google, working at a couple of small little companies, or even be doing like Upwork or Fiverr or things like that. Like those guys said, you know what, we got a skill, let's put this to work, right? Those guys are making like 30, 40 grand a month. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. All right, so again, these are the different ways that you guys can monetize your applications. Okay, guys. So again, guys, if you really enjoy this course, man, check out the description. For those of you guys that are watching this on our course already, right? This is part of the course. Okay. Basically, hey guys, this is the wave. This is how you're gonna make your money. You gotta start thinking about what type of ways you're gonna go in and set up for your business. And it all depends on what type of business idea, what type of service you're providing. Because just like any business, there's going to be expenses, and you want to make sure that you stay on the green. You don't go on the red. Okay. I'll give you guys an example. It's a very simple example. Let's say you only have 5 users, and those 5 users are eating up about $80 per month, but you're only charging them $5 a pop. How much is that? That's $25, right? So you got a bill for $80 from AWS, right? But then now you're only getting $25 from your customers. That's what happens. You got to keep that in mind. So how to monetize your application, all right? Now, again, guys, like I said, if you enjoyed this course, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. But for those of you guys that was watching this on YouTube, guys, this is your turn, man. Click the description. Take advantage of what you're getting in here right now. Trust me, it's going to be a very nice sale right there on the description. It's a great link. Click on it. Get started. It's a huge course. We're talking about everything from software as a service. We're talking about how to make money with your applications. We're also talking about things like what type of business you got to set up, right? There's a lot of stuff that we go into, man, like in setting up your EIN, setting up your bank, like everything, man. This is the most complete course for a developer that wants to make money on its own. Okay, the entrepreneur developer, guys. I'm gonna see you guys later. Take care. Peace.